So in preparation of the hurricane, I put all my stuff in my closet here like this. Really grateful that nothing happened to the house or anything like that. But now I do have to put everything back. All of my cards are in here, all the binders and stuff, and then I've got a couple of things inside this bag. You see my Elite Trainer box there. So yeah, everything's just in disarray, but you know what? I'm happy about it because at least it's not wet. So, you know, that's just where I am right now. If you don't have another video this week, sorry, I just wanted to give you an update. So inside this are these two bags, and inside those bags are my Pokemon books, and then at the bottom my cards. So I don't think I've ever shown you guys my Pokemon book collection, so here's my Platinum version super huge guide. I love Pokemon guidebooks. I don't usually use them to play the games, but it's nice to have them for post-story stuff for sure. Here's the Pokédex from Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Very cool stuff there. I've always wanted to complete the Pokédex in every one of my games, so that's where that comes from. This is the Black and White 2 Special Edition guide. This is just a normal guide for Black and White 2. There's nothing about post-game in there, unfortunately. There might be a couple of things, but nothing like too crazy. They want you to buy 2 things. This one is really cool. This is the Pokemon Coliseum Limited Edition Strategy Guide. I'll open it up for you guys. It's got like this weird little boxy looking seal there, but it comes with 2 things. So the first thing it comes with is the art of Pokemon Coliseum. It's just all the 3D models and stuff, so it's pretty neat to look at and see how far the 3D models have come. And then we've got the actual just Pokemon Coliseum game guide here. So it talks about, you know, it talks about the trainers that you can fight and stuff. And Pyrite Coliseum, there's that one, and then there's, you know, all the things, so it's pretty neat. There's also an insert that talks about this sweepstakes for a watch. I actually have that watch. I was gonna make a video about it. I still might, so I guess be on the lookout for that. Then we've got the Black and White Special Edition guide. This is just like the Black White 2 one, nothing really post-game, but it's just, you know, the storyline. It's a pretty cool guide. It looks really fancy. The collector's editions are so pretty. Then we've also got How to Catch 'Em All from the early 2000s, before even Pokemon XD came out. This is how I caught every single Pokemon in the Game Boy Advance titles, so that was pretty fun to use. Next up we have the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Strategy Guide. I don't know if I've ever mentioned, but I love these games with every fiber of my being. These games are amazing, and so I actually have multiple versions of this strategy guide. This one came with the poster. I actually have that up on my wall. It is a great poster. So here's the other version. This is the one from Nintendo Power. I liked this one because the art was a little different, and it does have some different information in it. The dungeons, for example, have a much better representation of where the Pokemon are on each level and stuff. It's just, I love these games so much. Part of what I like strategy guides for is that I'm able to basically replay the game by just reading the strategy guide, because it's like, okay, so this happens after this happens and stuff. And of course, a big part of Pokemon main game strategy guides is a Pokédex, so that's always useful as well if I start to want to redo them and catch all the Pokemon and stuff. Here's my first Emerald guide. I actually have multiples of this one too. I usually bought Prima guides, but this one is the official Pokemon strategy guide for Emerald version. I actually got this for doing well in one of the Pokemon Rocks America competitions. Gosh, my brain fart. It's like VGC, but before VGC actually happened, so that was fun. I played Emerald, and they gave me a strategy guide, because, you know, it's cool, it's shiny, it's pretty. Oh, and the back's really neat, too. Don't want to miss that. Then we got a recent Pokédex one for Black and White. I always love all the posters that come with these. That's another reason why I like these. But this one's really cool, because it has, like, so it has the Pokédex in the front, and then it has, you know, details about strategy in the back, which I think is really neat, like actual battle strategy. This was a preview guide for Black and White 2. It's actually just the, basically a comic version of the anime that came out before Black and White. I really loved that little episode. It's a really neat one. But yeah, I think this was at Toys R Us for free at some point. Then we've also got the Diamond and Pearl Pokédex with the post-story guide as well. Like I said, I love post-story guides. You saw some, sticky notes there. That was me checking off the Pokemon I had left to complete the National Dex. I actually do have the whole National Dex in Pokemon Pearl version because of this, so that's pretty neat. There's a smaller strategy guide from Pokepark Wii. I really love this game. I didn't need the strategy guide to complete it, but it has stickers in the back, and I really love that. And it's just really cute. Like, maybe someday I might want to get all the Pokemon. I have, like, little codes there, too. And here's the back. It was from Borders, and when Borders closed down. Then we got a couple of these Black and White tour pamphlets. It was like a stamp rally, so when you filled out all the stamps, you could get a ticket to go do, or go spin a wheel. And so, but it was just about Black and White. These tour things were actually before Black and White came out, so I went to one that actually was after it came out, but you know, it was still fun. Now I have a few of these. These are really cool, actually. These are called evolvers, and so what happens is you can flip the paper to make it look like these things, so you can watch the Pokemon evolve, essentially. So it starts with Squirtle, then it goes to Wartortle, then it goes to Blastoise, and it just feels really nice to flip them. I don't know if you guys have done those like flippy cardboard things, but that's exactly what this is. It's just with Pokemon. Here's the fighting one. I have the fighting one also. These were at the dollar store at one point. I never actually found the fire one, but I like the ones that I have. They're really cool. Then of course I've also got some how to draw Pokemon books because, you know, drawing Pokemon is one of my favorite things to draw. This is the original version of this. They actually reprinted it recently, so that's really neat. That one's from like 2001 or something. Then we've got the Pokemon Create and Trace 2. This is from Ruby and Sapphire. This was actually from a book fair, funnily enough. Oh, my favorite page in here. So this was before Shroomish had an actual name in English, so it's Kinkoko. I think that's just the anglicized Japanese version of his name. That always made me laugh so hard. I was like, I know this is Shroomish, but why is it called Kinkoko? I used to also collect Beckett Pokemon magazines, so this is one of those. This is one of the fancier ones. It's got like an embossed cover and stuff. It always has price guides in the back, all sorts of Pokemon card stuff. I'm really sad that they don't do this sort of thing anymore. I don't know if Beckett Pokemon Collector exists anymore, but around the Diamond and Pearl era, the quality just really went down. Then we've also got our Let's Find Pokemon collection. I've got ones for almost every single game except for the new ones. I just love these so much. You can like find all these Pokemon. It's like Where's Waldo but Pokemon version. If you guys haven't seen any of these, definitely check them out. They're really, really cool. The art is really awesome too. Here's my first Let's Find Pokemon book that I ever had, Let's Find Pokemon 3. I never found the 1 and 2 actually. But you know, this one's really cool, and it's got all sorts of Squirtles and stuff, and it follows the journey between Ash and Brock and Misty against Team Rocket, and I think that's lots of fun. Here's actually the Let's Find Pokemon Special Complete Edition, so it's actually Let's Find Pokemon 1, 2, and 3 all together. So I guess technically I have all 3 of them, but this isn't like the original printing of it or anything, so I don't know. It's not real. This came out when Ruby and Sapphire did, so it's not like the original stuff. Speaking of Ruby and Sapphire, here's the Let's Find Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire edition. The artist just like, you know, did a bunch of different versions of this, and I really like that they did that because now we can experience all sorts of different Pokemon. Now, the ones that focus on a specific game are not as thick as the other ones, but, you know, what can you ask for besides just cool Let's Find Pokemon action? Then we go to Emerald version. Not sure why they did an Emerald and a Ruby and Sapphire, but I am not complaining. Again, just really cool art. I just like looking at it. It's really nice. I also like looking for my favorite Pokemon in each little picture because they are there. Every single Pokemon is in each picture, I think. So that's pretty fun. And then to top off our Let's Find Pokemon books, we've got Let's Find Pokemon Gold and Silver. This one's really nice. I like how it uses the old artwork for the little Pokédex in the front. That's unlike the other ones that we were just looking at. It's just cool to like go through the different parts of the game and like find all sorts of Pokemon in it. I don't know, it's really neat. I don't know if they still sell any of these. I know that they had like a Pokemon search and find for like Zoroark and stuff, so like black and white Pokemon, but I never got those. Then I also have the Best of Pokemon Adventures. I actually have the whole comic series now, but these were the first ones that actually came out in the US as like a unit. So we've got Pokemon Yellow Adventures and then Pokemon Red Adventures. So it is the comic, it's just separated segments of it, so it doesn't really flow together as a story as much, but it still kind of makes sense. But these were the first ones that VizKids actually published, and then Viz Media published these. This is the whole Pokemon Adventures story. Sorry about the crappy lighting over here. This is like at the bottom of one of my bookshelves, but yeah, so they published the whole thing. Now we got some newer books. We got Catch Snivy. This actually came with a DVD, so that's where the perforation is. So I took the DVD out and put it somewhere else. But you know, just some fun black and white stuff. We got a super sticker book, Unova region. I just love stickers, and so that's why I got this. I'm never going to put them actually in the little spots, as you guys know how sticker books work. But, you know, I still love it. Here's a collector's sticker book for Johto. I don't remember when this was published, actually. It may have been published for Heart Gold Soul Silver. Let's find out. Yes, it was published for Gold and Silver, or it was Heart Gold Soul Silver. Then, of course, I had to figure out how to draw the newest Pokemon. Obviously, I was older when I got this one, but I still like learning how to draw the Pokemon as they like to learn them, and how to draw books are really funny, because it's like, here's a bunch of shapes, and then suddenly it looks like a Bonsly. Just, you know, magic. It's just magic. It's Witchcraft, that's what it is. And then to top it all off, we've got another sticker collection, this time for Diamond and Pearl specifically, so all sorts of cool Diamond and Pearl Pokemon. I just love these stickers so much. I think I put a couple of those on my binders, actually, because they're just really neat. So that is it for my little tour of my Pokemon book collection. I just figured I'd do that because it was all out, because I put it all away for the hurricane, and now I have to put it all back. So anyway, I hope it was interesting. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll catch you all on the flip side.